Today I have a big celebration that I want to share with you. And that celebration is the reason why I'm creating this episode, which I want to dedicate to Udemy and all its team. Now, I have to say that they did not sponsor this episode, they do not sponsor the podcast, or they don't sponsor me in any way or shape. But I am open to it, Udemy. So if you want, just reach out, let me know. That being said, I want to dedicate the episode to Udemy and its team because today I reached a huge milestone with Udemy, which is 100,000 students. 100,000 students with Udemy in over 170 countries. So that's almost every country in the world where I have a student. And this is thanks to Udemy. And I want to share with you in this episode some ideas that might change your life if you decide to go for it. And I want to give you also some tips about Udemy if you decide to create a course. So let's go to it. Welcome back, awesome, beautiful people, to another episode of the Diary of a Digital Entrepreneur. And yes, today we want to talk about these 100,000 students on Udemy. It's huge. It's just something amazing when I think about where I was 9 years ago. My business had gone down. My wife and I moved into an apartment, my mom's apartment, with our kids. And I had this in the living room. I set up this desk with a bunch of boxes and pillows and cushions, trying to create something to improve the sound of the recording because I couldn't afford to buy a microphone. My brother, after I was trying, my brother gave me the money to buy a Samsung Meteor microphone, which is barely $60 or $70. I couldn't afford that. And then with that, I started recording my course. A few weeks after that, we moved to California, to where we stay in the house of my father-in-law for a while. Couldn't find a job here. And it was a little bit tough at the beginning, as you might know from other episodes. But finally, I recorded my first episode, my first course. And the very first sale was amazing. It was barely $7 or something like that. But at that moment, I knew that I was able to make money from something that I did in the past. And that was an amazing feeling. Still is today. Every time that you see that you are getting paid for something that you did in the past, it doesn't get old. Look, when I got started, things didn't change right away. In fact, I published my first course on Udemy in 2015, and I probably wasn't really living from Udemy until 2020 or something like that. Before that, 2019, it was significant, but it wasn't enough. So it took me 5 years for it to become my way of living. But it's not because of Udemy, it's because I just didn't put the time, because I believe, but I didn't want to risk it. Had I focused more of my time on Udemy, put more effort into Udemy, I guarantee you the results would have come a lot earlier. But with Udemy, you need to believe, and you need to keep creating content, courses, and you will get results. Now, that being said, I want to clarify a couple of things, which is Udemy is not for people that are in a bad situation. And it's not for people that are in a good situation. It's for anyone. In fact, I know more people that have a very good job or a business, and they wanted a different kind of income. They wanted a passive income. They wanted more freedom, and they start creating courses, and then they had a lot of success and left their jobs, and maybe their business became a second thing, or sometimes they sold it, they closed it, they still run it. There's I know people from very different shapes and colors, and in terms of where they come from when they started with Udemy. I also know people that were having trouble, like me. And anyways, there's stories from every color, and it can be yours too if you want. And I want you to know that it's not about, at the beginning, about making how much money you can make, which obviously it is important in the long term. But at the very beginning, it's about knowing that you're creating good content that is valuable for other professionals. And that is what will make the difference in terms of your income. So I want to leave you with a few tips in case you decide to create courses on Udemy. Number one is, I want you to know you are not late. When I started, there were thousands and thousands of instructors, and some of them have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of students. So whenever I wanted to create a course, there was someone there that was well positioned. And when there was no one, and I created a course thinking, oh, this is gonna be my niche, those courses didn't sell because there were no interest. If there is interest in one field, there are instructors that are well positioned and they have great courses. I created courses in some of those fields, those are topics, thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it there. And at some point, my courses start making money. And it's the same for you. You can say, well, but now they have more instructors. Sure, but they also have more students. And in fact, now Udemy is reaching more and more students. Now they are reaching students by the millions. And this is huge because the potential is growing. Not only that, but now they have programs to bring companies, which we'll talk about in a second. So the first thing is that you're not late. The second thing is that you can only make money on Udemy if you create good quality courses. And this means the content needs to be really good. It needs to be helpful for someone. And if it's not helpful, if it's not good content, if you rush it, if you say, oh, I'm just gonna create something fast to see what happens, and then if it gives me money, then I'll create something else. That's not how it works. You don't get hired and you say, I'll work here, and once they raise my salary, I'll put more time and show more effort. No, you show your effort, you put your love into that, and then you get results. So this is the same. Create good content, and then you might get results. And quality in sound is important, really important. In video, as long as it's not crappy, video, you can take some freedom there. But obviously, if you can put quality videos, even better. Then the third thing that I want to share with you is that this is not something where you're gonna make money fast. You need to be patient, and you need to create more than one course. Don't create one course thinking, oh, that's it, let's see if it works. Create one course, then another, then another, then another. And at some point, one of them will start making money. And it might be the one that you expected, you had least expectations from. And just create good courses. It might take 5 months, 12 months, but at some point, one of those courses might pick up and start giving you $50 per month, 100, 150, 300, 500, 1,000, 3,000. And it's just a game changer when that happens. Your life changes forever. And then the other thing that I want to tell you, this is the last tip, is if you can create courses focused on thinking of companies, this is great. Like, what kind of courses will companies want their employees to take? Because right now Udemy has this new program. Well, it's not new anymore, but it's growing and growing. Is Udemy Business, and companies enroll there. They pay a subscription, and they have basically 5,000 or something courses to their disposal that their employees with a subscription can use. And the more they consume those courses, the more you get paid. So if you create, let's say, an IT course, and some company says, "Oh, this course is something that my IT team needs to take," and they say, "Okay, you have to take it," and it's 15 people, and then another company does the same, another company does the same. All of a sudden, you have all these people consuming your course, and you're making more and more money, and this Udemy business is growing and growing. So if you can create courses that are useful for companies, that is a great way to get started. Now, of course, I don't want more competitors, but the thing with Udemy is that we all have our niche. And there's people that identify with the way I teach. There will be people that identify with the way you teach. And Udemy will always be bringing more and more students, hopefully. And that's it for today. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you do create a course, let me know. And of course, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Make sure to check the description, because there should be a cool present for you there. And that's it. Like, share, leave a review, a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.